April Plank. Thank you for joining me for today's tower class. A little bit about our setup. They push through bar from a blue spring from the top. So I've got it weighted with one blue spring. We're going to start with that right away. And then a little later on, we're going to be using these long yellow loops, so your leg loops. And those are right in the middle of the tower, right at the same line as the push through bar. And then I have a red spring that you can't see at the very bottom. So later on, we're going to be using the red spring weighted from the bottom. Since we'll be using the red spring from the bottom, you will need to have that safety strap handy because we'll put the safety strap on the bar when we weight it from the bottom. Let's get ready to go. So come up onto the machine. We're going to stand facing that push through bar. Stand nice and tall, shoulders down, abs in. Find that really beautiful posture. You're reaching energy through the crown of the head. Big inhale to start. Exhale, draw the chin to the chest. Start to roll your spine down, one vertebrae at a time. You're going to roll all the way down and then push the bar away and lengthen your tailbone back behind you. So you're seeing how long you can make your spine from the fingertips all the way to the tailbone. Tuck your tail underneath you, scoop your abs in, and start to roll your spine back up, stacking your spine up against that imaginary wall behind you. Big inhale there. And let's go again. Tuck the chin to the chest, scoop your abs in, roll yourself down one vertebrae at a time, reaching long from the fingertips to the tailbone. And then scooping the abs in, roll yourself up, and come all the way up to that standing position. And again, exhale, scoop and roll down. Reach and extend. Feel that great stretch in my hamstrings here. And then start to roll yourself all the way back up. And we'll do that just 2 more times. Big inhale. Exhale, one vertebrae at a time, sliding off of that imaginary wall. And then push that tailbone straight back as you lift your chest and reach your arms. Straight line. And then you'll round again and roll your spine up, stacking right back up. One more, feels so good. Let's do one more time. You're going to roll yourself all the way down, push it all the way out, big long stretch, and then roll it all the way back up against that imaginary wall behind you. Separate your feet sits bones distance apart. We're going to squat back, kind of holding that bar for a little help, and then you'll stand pushing through the heels. So when you squat down, I want you to have the weight back in the heels, and then drive through the heels to go back up. So you're squatting just about a 90-degree bend in the knee. You're going down into that 90 degrees. And I would envision this kind of like water skiing, which I haven't done in a long time, but you're having that sensation of pushing back and holding onto this bar, which is holding you. Good. We'll do that 3 more times. I'm going to warm up those legs now. Last 2. And then on your next one, I want you to stay there. So take it down and hold it. Give me 1-inch pulses, little tiny presses, 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Just keep that work right into the belly of the muscle. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it all the way back up. Good. Let's take the right leg into tabletop. So we're lifting that right knee in towards your chest. Let's go to the roll downs again, extending the leg behind you. So you're going to come off that imaginary wall, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Push your right leg in opposition behind you as you push the bar in front of you. Feel that big long stretch. And then roll your spine in, chin towards the chest, pull the knee in towards you, and then one vertebrae at a time, stacking back tall. And again, exhale, scoop and roll. Push that leg back, reach the arms forward, see how long you can make your body, and then tuck everything in and bring it all the way back up. Third one, exhale, scoop and roll. This time we're going to stay down there. Square your hips. Now make sure your left knee has a tiny little micro bend so you're not locking it, and your right leg's going to tap the mat, squeeze and lift. Tap the mat, squeeze and lift. Definitely a lot of work here in my left glute. That's my stabilizer. But I'm definitely firing through my right glute, my mover. Big exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. 2. I'm going to hold the next one up. Now both knees are going to bend like I'm trying to push my right knee behind my left. Big bend in both knees, big press and extend both legs straight. So I'm bending both knees in, pushing both legs long. Let's go again. Bend the knees in, press and push. So it's my right knee coming right behind my left knee, big bend in both. Both extend. Good. 2 bend, reach and extend. 1 more bend, reach and extend. Hold the leg up, little bend in my left leg. Take your left arm out to an airplane wing. We're gonna hold here for 10. Definitely feeling my left leg. 4, 3, 2, 1 more thing to go. Left hand goes to the bar. I'm gonna open my hip now. Still have that tiny little bend in my left knee. I'm gonna reach the right arm to the ceiling and I'm gonna hold for 10. 3, 2, 1. Take the hand down, turn the hips back to the mat. Draw your chin to the chest, pull that knee all the way in. We're not done with that side. 1 more thing here. Step your right foot back, go into a little lunge, and then bring the right knee back to the bar. So you step the right foot back, little lunge, and back in. Good. That left leg is talking to me for sure. Hopefully you're feeling the same thing here. Don't worry though. We get to do the right in a second. Good, so you're stepping back, little lunge, and right back in. Stepping back, little lunge, right back in. Let's go 3 and 2. We'll hold the last one back and give me little tiny pulses. Down an inch, up an inch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. That spine's nice and long, lifting the head to the ceiling. Come all the way up, pull the knee in 1 more time, and set it down. Okay, my left leg's ready to come off of the mat. So I'll bring my left knee into my chest, 1 vertebrae at a time. I'm gonna roll myself back, reach the arms long, reach the leg in opposition, pull from the belly, round your spine, roll it all the way back up, stacking up tall. Let's go again, 1 vertebrae at a time. Press and extend, and then tuck and scoop and roll it back in. This will be your last one. Let's take it down and hold it. Little micro bend in my right knee this time. My left leg's gonna tap the mat, squeeze your bottom. Tap the mat and squeeze the bottom. Using your breath. 3, 2. You're gonna hold the last one up there. Now both knees will bend deeply. My left knee goes right behind my right knee. Both legs reach and extend long. So I'm gonna bend both knees in, push and press them long. Bend them in, push and press them long. Awesome work. Two more. 1 more, hold this one. Now again, right knee has a little bend. My hips are gonna square for sure. I'm gonna take the right arm out to an airplane and hold it for 10. Keep your breath steady. 4, 3, 2. Let's take the right hand down, open the hip this time. Bring that left arm up if you can. I know this one's a little more challenging. Do what you can do today. We're holding, and we've got 3 and 2 and 1. Set the hand down, turn the hips square to the mat, roll yourself all the way up. We're not done. Here comes those lunges. Left leg goes back into your lunge and then knee into the chest. Step back and down. I really love the bar here. It helps you to keep your balance, helps you to keep your form. I always love back lunges too because it helps support the knee. So we're lunging our weight back, keeping the right ankle in line with the right knee. Awesome work. 2. Our next one, we're gonna hold it back and give me those little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up and set the foot down. Great job. Okay, let's grab our long loop on the right side. So that long loop is going in my right foot. And then I'm going to step as far over to that side of the reformer as I can, or to the tower mat. And I'm just holding the bar now for a little balance. My left leg has a tiny little bend, and I'm going to push my right leg back, resist it forward. Now with these tower springs, you've got to be careful. There's a lot of resistance here, and that resistance is trying to pull you back quick. You're going to use your glute to push, resist it slow. So push back, resist slow. Push back, resist slow. Left leg is a little bit bent so that you're not locking the joint out. Now the next time you're back, you're going to stay there, bend the knee in, make a footprint on the back wall. Bend it in, footprint on the back wall. Now if you don't feel like you need this bar, you could always let go and take the hands to the hips. It's going to be a lot more challenge. And I'm going to just keep my hand where it is. Good. Last two. We'll do that one more time. Take the leg straight down. We're going to circle the leg now. So you're going to push it back, around and down, and back and around and down. My left leg is definitely talking to me as my stabilizer, but we are almost there. 3. Doesn't have to be a big circle. 2 and 1. Good job. Come up. I'm going to turn to my right, and now I've got my strap still on the same foot. I'm going to kick it out to the side and up. So my left leg still has that tiny little bend. I'm kicking for my outer thigh. So I'm kicking straight out to the side and back up. Standing as tall as you can. Big exhale to kick. Really good. 2 more. And last one. Okay, last one on this side. You're going to take the strap, put it in your left foot. I'll just kind of switch it really quickly here. And then your right leg is now your supporter, and your left inner thigh is going to work. So I like to think of kicking the leg out kind of like if you were kicking a soccer ball. So you're kicking with the middle of the foot towards the diagonal. So you're kicking towards that side. Remember, it's just as important to slowly release the spring towards the tower as it is to kick. So it's a kick, slow release. Kick, slow release. 2 and 1. Good job. Let's put that strap away and pick up your other strap. So that's going to go onto your left foot. I'm going to walk myself all the way over to that side of the tower. Again, I'm holding onto the bar with my right hand for a little balance. My left leg is off the side of the mat. I'm going to kick straight back and forward. Keep your right leg just tiny little bit bent so you're not locking out the joint. Good. From the crown of the head to the tailbone, your spine is long. You're pushing the leg straight back and holding and bringing it forward. Straight back and hold and forward. We've got 2 more of these straight leg kicks. And now we're making a footprint on the back wall. So I want you to bend the knee, kick and press it back. Bend, kick and press. Good. 3 and 2. Do 1 more. Keep the leg straight into our last one here. So we'll circle the leg back and out and around. And back and out and around. So I'm holding that bar for balance. If you don't need the bar, you can let go and put the hands on the hips. Almost there. Really great job. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Let's go ahead and turn to the left. Still have that same left leg in the strap, and I'm going to kick it out and in. So little bend in the right leg. My left outer thigh is working here. So I'm pushing it out, resist. Good. I catch myself looking down, so make sure you're looking right out in front of you. That's going to keep your shoulders down, your spine long. 2 more to go. I definitely feel my heart rate up. You might feel that too. And let's go ahead and switch. Put the strap in your right foot. I think all this standing work's working a lot of large muscles. You gotta pump that oxygen into the muscles. So your left leg's gonna kick across the body, just like you're kicking a soccer ball. And it's gonna try to pull you back quick. So you wanna kick, resist, slow. Kick, resist, slow. Again, caught myself looking down. Again, look right out in front, shoulders down, chest lifted. We've got 3 and 2 and 1. Really good job. Okay, let's give the legs a break and work into some arms. So I'm going to come facing my tower. I'm going to use those same leg straps, and I'm going to push pretty far back. So I've got 1 strap in each hand. Take your right foot forward so you're in like a 90-90 lunge, and we'll do a low elbow row, pulling the elbows right to your rib cage and releasing forward. Now you are in charge of how intense this is, and what that means is if you want it harder, you're going to step farther away from your tower, and if you want it easier, you're going to come closer to your tower. Each of these exercises we're doing roughly 8 repetitions, and after 8 you should be pretty much done. So you want to feel that after 8 you're pretty much ready to move on. If it's too easy, then make your modification. Now let's do a high elbow row. So you're going to row elbows out to a T. Now having said that, we do a lot of different sets, so you probably won't be 100% toast by the first 8, but you should feel that the muscles are working. Good. Big exhale, find that little pause. So don't let the straps or the springs do the work. Let your muscles do the work. Pull, slow release. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now I'm going to release my right strap down, and now just my left strap is going to do a high elbow row with a little rotation. So I'm going to catch my balance here. So I'm going to rotate and come back. Rotate and come back. So I'm working still through the back, but I'm adding a little bit more abdominals as I rotate my torso. Good. We've got 3 and 2. You'll do 1 more of those, and then we're going to turn. I apologize, I'm going to face the back of you, but you'll see the back first. So I'm still in that same kind of proposal position, but my right foot's to the tower now. You may want to come in a little closer to the tower for this one. We're going to interlace our fingers, sit nice and tall, and do a little rotation of your torso. So I want you to rotate all the way to the left, pause, slowly derotate back to the center. So you're rotating left, slowly coming back. Good. Think of that barber pull. So when that rotates, you think rotate and lift versus rotate down. So lift the chest to rotate. On your next one, take it over and hold it. Give me tiny little pulses, tiny. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the left arm, turn the right thumb to the armpit, palm down. You're going to punch it across the body. Now for this one, I am going to move a little closer. So I'm going to do a big press and back. A big press and back. So I am rotating from the shoulder, working a lot of chest as well. 3 and 2 and 1. Let's change the strap into the left hand. Your right hand can come to the thigh. Your left elbow's out to the horizon. You're going to punch the arm straight, bend it back in. So I'm going to keep my left elbow lifted the whole time and just punch the arm. Again, if this is too challenging, move yourself closer towards the tower. And if all of it with the leg springs is too much, we can always switch to those shorter loops, or the shorter springs, which are the arm springs. But I think you guys can do this, right? Last 2 and 1 more. Good. All right, let's go back to face the tower. Pick up both of your straps again. This time you're going to have your left foot forward into that 90-90 lunge, and we'll start with another set of our low elbow rows. So we're going to do a second set of double arms, and then we'll do all the single work that we did facing the side. Good. Think of the bottom tips of the shoulder blades sliding together as you pull. Good. One more of those low elbow rows, and now let's go into high elbow rows. So pull high and release. Pull high and release. Good. Two more. This will be your last one, and then we're going to very carefully release the left strap, and just your right arm is going to rotate with a little pull and then rotate back. So you're twisting your torso and twisting back. So still working through the shoulder and the back, but we're adding a little bit more oblique. Taking your time, getting that full twist and release. Two more to go. Good. Now we're going to face you and do the same things on those sides. So let's turn to the tower, or come a little bit closer to the tower. Interlace your fingers, sit tall. We'll start with our twist to the right, pause, back to the center. Twist to the right and pause, back to the center. Good. Think as you twist, you lift. So twist and lift. Two more of those. And then hold your next one over. Give me tiny little pulses. 8, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now my right hand comes down to the side. Your left thumb's by your armpit. You're going to punch it across and bring it back. This is the left arm, so if this is your harder arm, you might want to scoot closer to the tower. Challenge yourself, but don't overdo it. We're doing 8, 4, and 3. Good. Last 2. You've got it. One more. All right. Right arm grabs the strap. Last thing on this side. Let's pull that elbow up high and punch the arm all the way out and bring it back. Big punch out and back. You can definitely feel the difference in these tower straps or tower springs than the reformer. To me, this is a lot more strength training type feeling. A lot of strength, a lot of power. 2 more. 1 more. Good job. Okay, let's face away from the tower now. Pick up both of your straps, and I'm going to have you take both knees down, and we're going to take both arms out like you're holding a big beach ball. Kind of find a position that feels good. Now you will lean a little bit into the straps. Tuck your tailbone, pull your abs in, pull your ribs in. Big exhales, you squeeze the beach ball. Inhale, release it slow. Squeeze, release it slow. We're almost done with those arms, and then we'll move into some other body parts. Of course, our abs are always stabilizing. Those are always the key. And you're going to definitely feel those even later when we isolate them. But your abs are on fire now, just holding your spine against this resistance. Last 2. 1 more. Now, elbows wide, we're going to punch the arms, palms down. So punch and press, chest press. Punch and press, and back down. If this is bothering you on the knees at any point, any of this can be done seated. So if you feel like you need to be on your seat or you want to sit on a box, that's definitely appropriate. Let's go into some alternating. So next time your right arm only is going to push, and then your left arm only is going to push. So we're just going to alternate between the right and the left. Good. I'm doing a tiny little rotation of my torso. Not too much, but just a little rotation. As I rotate and push one arm out, I rotate with it. Awesome work. Last 2. 1 more. Last thing we're going to do is put both arms out, take them back out to hold that big beach ball. Give me little circles. Circle down and around against the resistance. 8, 7, you got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Put those straps away. Okay, we still have our bar up. We're going to go there next with some spine articulation. So I want you to lay down facing that push-through bar. We're going to lay all the way onto our back, and you want to be at a place where you can get those feet onto the bar. We're going to go into the parakeet. So I've got my feet on the bar, arms resting to the spine, or resting beside you, tailbone nice and heavy. From the tailbone, you're just going to articulate your spine and roll yourself up into a bridge. Now make sure when you lift up, your weight stays in your shoulders and not the neck. So you might want to look right up in front of you just to keep a little space in that neck. And then push the feet into the bar and give that back a little traction as you slowly, slowly, slowly release your hips back down to the mat. That felt good. Let's do that again. So push into your feet. From the tailbone, you'll start to roll yourself up, lifting up. Big inhale at the top, and then melt your spine down, one vertebrae at a time. Good. We have one more. We're going to stay this one up. So we're going to one vertebrae at a time. We're going to roll up. Now push firmly into the left leg, lift the right leg off the bar, kick it twice, and then push it down. Push firmly through the right leg, lift the left leg off the bar, kick it towards your face twice, and put it down. So we're just alternating kick, kick, and down. Really push into the leg that's on the bar and keep those hips lifted high. Definitely a lot of leg work here. A lot of glute work, pushing the bar away from you with the foot on it. Push, push, and back. And kick, kick, and back. One more on each side. I never noticed how much burn this is, but definitely feeling it. And then let the feet come down. Roll the hips very slowly all the way down. Good. Let's pull the knees into the chest, and let's roll this ourselves up. I'm going to grab behind my hamstrings and just roll up. Now my feet are going to go onto the sides railings of the tower. I've got that bar in front of me. This is a perfect opportunity to do a little stretch. So back to our little roll down. So make sure your feet are enough out that you don't hit your feet when you roll. So I'm going to push that bar through me. Those hamstrings I just worked are going to get a good stretch. My back is going to get a good stretch again. My chest is even going to get a stretch from all that arm work. And then I'm going to roll myself up, go as far back as you can, and then push the bar up. And here's a really great stretch too, pushing the bar up as you hinge forward at the diagonal, really letting that chest release. And I don't want to leave, but we'll do it again. So you're going to round your back, pull that bar towards you, and then scoop, tuck the tailbone, chin towards the chest. When you go as far out as you can, I've got a wall in the way, but you can push those that bar way out in front of you, and get that big stretch for your back and hamstrings. And then you're going to round your back to pull the bar back towards you, and then stack the spine long, hinge forward with a straight back, push that bar up, up, up as you press the chest down, down, down. One more time, bring that bar down. Exhale as you scoop, press yourself out. Big, long, long spine. Keep the head looking down. I tend to find myself looking up. So back of the neck's long, so that means you're looking to the tip of the nose. And then we'll roll it up. This time when we get to the top, we're going to pause and stay there and take a little twist. So from here, your right hand will come off the bar. You're going to reach it towards the left leg, or if you can grab the tower, go for that. And then you're going to pull with the right hand, push with the left, and give that back a beautiful twist. And you're really active in this stretch. So you're pulling the right hand towards you. You're pushing the left arm away from you. You're looking up and over the left armpit. And then we'll switch it very carefully. The right arm comes back to the bar. Your left hand can grab onto the leg, or if the tower is available, grab it, and you're gonna pull with the left hand now. You're gonna push with the right hand, and you're looking towards your right armpit. I'm kind of looking to my mic so you can hear me. And then we'll come back to the center, take both hands back on the bar one more time just to even it all out. Come into the middle, big stretch for the hamstrings and back, and let's come all the way up. Okay, now our little ab sequence. So let's turn around, and I'm going to have you lie down and bring the bar towards you. So the bar is going to be pretty much where you're holding the bar, your wrist and your shoulders are in a straight line. Bring your legs up to tabletop position. Now we'll do that same kind of push-pull motion with our hands. So I want you to let your knees go to the right, and as you do that, push your left hand away from you and pull your right hand towards you. And you're gonna feel this really great stretch through the whole side of your body. Big exhale to pull it back to the center, and you equalize your hands. Now when you go to the left, you're going to push your right arm up, pull your left arm towards you. I even got a really good pop in my back, so that feels good. And then pull with your abs and come up. Again, to the right. So when you're going to the right, you pull the right arm down, you push the left arm down, up. So the right arm pulls, left arm pushes, and then you equalize it back to the center. And then to the left, you pull with the left arm, you push with the right arm, and then bring it back to the center. Good. Set the feet down, nod the chin to the chest, big exhales, you lift the bar and do a little crunch, and inhale it back down. Exhales, you lift and push the bar away. So the bar is right, or the arms are right by your ears. And then you'll bring it back down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Let's take the legs to tabletop to intensify it a little bit. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Keep that tailbone heavy and grounded. So as you lift, don't let your tailbone tuck and your abs round. Keep your tailbone down and then lower. Do that one more time and lift. We're going to hold it here and do a single leg stretch, right and left. Now, if this is too much holding this bar up here, you can let go of the bar and take the hands behind the head. Especially if you have any neck discomfort, it may be too much to hold that bar up here. This is just going to accentuate the upper body, upper abs work. 4, 3, 2. Now, both legs are going to come in. Both legs will go out. So both legs will come in, you'll lower. Both legs will go out, you'll lift. Both legs come in, you lower. Big exhale, push. And lower. And push. And 3. And 2. And 1. Nice work. Lower everything down. Take your left hand on the bar and put it kind of in the middle. And then your right hand's going to go behind your head. So your left hand is palm faces the tower in the middle. Your right hand's behind your head. We're going to lift the right leg to tabletop. So what we're going to do is push the bar up and rotate to the right. So you're rotating to the hand behind the head, and then you bring it back down. So you push the bar away, you rotate to the right, twisting your torso, and then you bring it back down. So your left shoulder lifts and you twist, and you bring it back down. Now when you lift up, you're going to shoot the right leg out, and I want you to hold it out there. So you're going to lift up and bring it back down. A lot of oblique here. So you're twisting towards the right. Your left arm is lifted on the bar. 2 more to go. You're going to hold your next one up. Pull the right knee in, send it away. Pull it in, send it away. You keep pushing the bar up. You keep lifting the chest. 4 and 3 and 2. Next time the leg is straight, hold it there. Little pulses, up an inch, down an inch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the leg in, lower everything down. Let's switch. So right hand comes to the center, right in top of the heart. Your left hand is behind the head with the elbow wide. Your left leg is going to lift to tabletop. You're going to rotate towards the left and then bring it down. Rotate to the left and bring it down. Good. I always feel like I want to rotate to the other direction. It feels weird towards me, but then once you get into it, you're like, oh yeah, this is working. Good. So you're rotating towards that lifted leg. Now let's take that lifted leg and send it out. And we're lifting and twisting. Good. Try to push that bar away. 2 more. Hold your next one up. Bend the knee in, push it away. Bend it in, push it away. Stay nice and lifted. Push it away. 2 more. And then we're going to hold the leg out there. Give me little pulses, up an inch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the foot down and lower. Take both hands back to the bar. We're going to go into our teaser. Now, if it's too much for you to roll all the way up, you can roll halfway up. So I'm going to keep my feet on the floor. Draw the chin to the chest. Big exhales, you roll up and push that bar all the way up behind you. Nice long line from the hands to the tailbone. And then scoop your tail under you, roll yourself down. The modification is just to come up into that first crunch that we did in the beginning. Here we go again. Exhale, chin towards the chest. You're going to roll yourself up, push that bar away and lift. And then roll it down 1 vertebrae at a time. 1 more here. Chin to the chest. Roll yourself up and lift. And then we'll slowly bring it down. 3 more of the next one. Legs are going to be long, and we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add the lower body. So you nod the chin slightly, and then we're going to roll yourself up. At the same time, you're going to lift the legs, reaching all the way up into that teaser, and then lower everything right back down. Remember, your modification is you can come halfway up and lift the legs just an inch. And we'll do that again. So you're going to roll halfway up or all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. And then lower it right back down. Here is your last one. Lift all the way up. 3, 2, 1. And lower, lower, lower. Good job. Release the bar. Come all the way up. Let's lay on our stomach and do some extension. So I do have to remove my mic for this. I think it should probably be okay. I'm going to move it out to the side a little. So we're going to lay on our belly. So I want you to lay onto your stomach. And when you pull that bar down, you want to kind of have that bar right out in front of you, almost even with the tower. So that's where you want to be laying. So you're going to push your pubic bone into the mat. I like my feet about sits bones distance apart. It kind of hurts my back to have them together. But if you're okay with them together, you can do that as well. So first I'm going to start working a little bit of shoulder movement. So I'm going to roll my shoulders back into retraction, and then I'm going to push and roll my shoulders forward in protraction. So I'm just rolling my shoulders back away from my ears, doing a tiny little back bend, and then letting my shoulders come forward. Big exhales, you roll the shoulders back, very gentle. You don't ever force anything. And then forward. Be gentle with your body. Last 2, roll it back. And forward. This will be your last one. You'll roll it back and forward. Now we'll add a little more extension to that. So the shoulders roll back and you stay there. Push your tailbone, or your pubic bone, into the mat. And you're going to start to lift your chest up towards the horizon. So I'm going to ground down through my legs. I'm going to lift my chest up, roll my shoulders back, lift, 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 lift. I'm pushing really hard into that bar, and then I'm going to lower it all the way back down. Round 2. Pubic bone pushes, legs long and anchored. I'm going to push that bar down, down, down as I roll it towards me. I'm going to lift my chest, push my sternum forward for 3, 2, 1, and then lower back down. I'm going to move just a smidge closer to the tower. And I'm going to do my third one. So I want you to push your pubic bone into the mat, push your legs into the mat. We're going to let the shoulders come down the back and start to lift up into your little back bend. Now we're going to hold here. The right arm's going to go off and then back down. Lift your left arm off and back down. Right arm doesn't have to be a big lift. It's just a little shift of your weight. I'm firm in my pubic bone to the mat. I'm reaching my legs long, and I'm just shifting one side to the next. Last one here, and then lower it back down. Okay, to that, we have one more thing to add. We're going to add our legs, and then we'll take a little shell stretch. So let's push the pubic bone down, lift up into your extension. When the right arm lifts, the left leg lifts. When the left arm lifts, the right leg lifts. Don't worry about how high you're lifting. Think more about how long you're making your body. So you're reaching the arm forward, pushing the leg back. Reaching the arm forward, pushing the leg back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower everything down. I'm sorry, I lied because I want to do one more with just the legs. So get ready for your last one. Push your pubic bone down, lift into your extension, lift both legs up, externally rotate them, beat your heels together. Don't want to miss our heel beats. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Your glutes will thank you. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 2 more. Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, and release. Very carefully let the bar go up to rest. Push yourself back into that much needed shell stretch. Awesome job. So important to do that back extension. Feels so good and so good for your back. Okay, we have got one more little series to finish up, and this will be where we will switch our equipment for the first time. So let's take the push-through bar, and first let's put the safety strap on. So let's undo the safety strap. I got up a little quick. I'm a little lightheaded. Whew. So make sure you take your time getting up. That was a lot of work. Okay, so we're going to put that safety strap, and this is just going to make sure whenever you have a weight coming from the bottom, you definitely want to have the safety strap on to protect anyone who's going to be under it. Okay, so we're all hooked up here with the safety strap. Let's take off the blue spring. And so this will not go any lower than this because of the safety strap. And I'm going to reach over here and grab my red spring and hook it up to the bottom. Now, if I had more weight, I probably would use it, but I'm just going to be using one red spring, and because I'm going to kind of mainly use this leg work for a really good stretch. So let's lay down and carefully get under that bar when you're rolling down. And then I'm going to scoot myself as close to the very edge of the tower as I can because I've got this wall behind me. So I'm going to have my head up at the very edge of the tower. And I'm going to push the bar away from me and put my feet on the bar. So I'm going to put my feet on the balls of the feet. And I'm going to let my arms rest to my sides, my shoulders down the back. I'm going to push my legs nice and long. And I'm just going to start with a little flex and point, getting a nice calf stretch. So I'm letting my heels lift and then lower. I guess my heels are kind of staying in space. It's more of my toes lifting and lowering the bar. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Take your right leg down to the mat. You're going to bend your left knee into the chest and push it out. I'm going to move it a little bit to the side so it can kind of clear my ribs. So I'm going to go out to the side and push. So I want you to focus on the stretch as the leg comes in and then push and press it away. Stretch, the knees coming kind of to my left shoulder, so the knees angled a little bit out to the side, and then pushing it. Big inhales, big exhales. So this is a really great assisted stretch, kind of pushing you into this deep stretch, and then press. One more time, and then I'm going to take it back to those little ankle, heel down, or ball the foot down and up. Little flex in point. Now my right leg's just resting on the mat, nice and active. And 3, and 2, and 1. Let's take the right leg back up to meet it. Bring your left leg down. So I'm going to first off move the right leg a little over to the right, and then I'll bring my left leg down. So I'm going to anchor down through my arms, anchor down through my left leg, bend the right knee towards my rib cage, and then push and press it away. Bend it in, and push and press it away. Good. Big exhales to press. 3 more, and then we'll go into the point and flex. Next time you're up, let's go into that point and flex. So let the heel go up, flex the foot, big stretch in the calf, and then point. And then flex and point. Two more. And last one. Good. Now I'm going to take both feet out to the bar, but first I'm going to let the bar come to rest. Whoops, I got stuck in there. And then I'm going to slide myself down a little bit. So I actually want my arms to be straight, and I'm going to be holding the tower. So I'm going to do a very final stretch for the back. So I'm going to push the bar away and get my feet onto the bar. And then I'm going to roll. So I've got my arms straight. I'm pushing into the tower. And then I'm going to start from my tailbone. I'm just going to roll my spine all the way up, pull my knees into my chest, and then roll it all the way back down. Straighten the legs. I'm going to go all the way back up, draw the knees into the chest, and then roll it right back down and straighten the legs back out. So a little massage for the back, rolling up, pulling the knees in, and rolling it down, and pushing the legs long. Good, roll it up, pull the knees in, and roll it back and down. Now we're going to reverse that. So pull the knees in, roll the hips up, then push the legs long, and then with long legs, roll the spine all the way down. Pull the knees in, let the hips lift, push the legs up, and then roll the hips back down. Hopefully you're enjoying this as much as I am. I don't want it to end. Bend your knees, roll the hips up, push the legs up, and then roll, roll, roll back down. We've got one more to go. Bend the knees, let the hips lift, rolling onto those shoulders, push the legs up, and then very slowly, let's roll it down, 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 down. You can bend the knees, release your feet, pull the knees into your chest, and then very carefully come out of there. And I don't know why, just because it's my favorite stretch for the mat, we're going to end with a little pigeon pose. So I want you to come to face your tower on your hands and knees. Your wrists are in line with your shoulders, your knees are in line with your hips. Slide your right knee forward to your right wrist, and then let the heel go to your left hip bone, and then push all the way back. So I've got my right knee angled out to the side, my right heel's right by my left hip bone, and then I'm going to reach forward onto the mat and just release. I felt like after all that, my hips needed a little stretch, I think, from all that standing work that we did with the springs. Your glutes will be thanking you for this little stretch. And then we will come up and do the other side. So let's come back to the tabletop. Wrist in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. This time your left knee will slide forward. It will come right behind your left wrist. Your right heel will go by your right hip, or your left heel, sorry, will go by the right hip, and you'll go back. So basically your left knee's out at an angle, your left heel is by the opposite hip, and then you'll push into your stretch. That'll just help keep the knee in a safe position. And if you have extra time, you could stay in here for a few minutes. Most of us need as much stretching as we can through our glutes and our outer thighs. So take your time and stay here longer if you'd like to. But we are done. So I want you to come all the way up. You can let your feet come off the sides of the tower. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Just one little roll down to finish. Draw the chin to the chest. You're going to roll yourself all the way down. Just letting gravity take over. Let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. You can shake your head side to side, forward and back. Yes and no. Take one of the biggest breaths that you've taken today, and then just let it all go. And when you are ready, roll yourself all the way up, back to seated, and you made it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great time, and I will see you again soon. Have a great day.